Hello, everyone, and welcome inside Welland Stadium, the pond here for opening day between the Brantford Red Sox and the Welland Jackfish. I'm Brendan Lang here to take you through the game tonight and throughout the season. But before we get started, we'll send over to public address announcer Rob Hood.
please remain standing. Please remove your hats. For the singing of the Canadian National Anthem, we welcome Ms. Julia D'Amico. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Ms. Julia D'Amico. And now, fans, please direct your attention to the backstop area for a very special presentation from the Welland Professional Firefighters Association.
Can you hear me now? There we go. No, I'm in and out here. Before we get started, I want to say thank you all for coming back to the pond. Welcome back for 2022. Beautiful people. All right, we've got Mark, Joel, and Daryl here from Welland Professional Firefighters Association for a special presentation to Jackfish. Take it away.
Thank you very much. Very happy to be here tonight. We were looking for a way to help support the Jackfish, and we thought there's no better way to do that than to present a symbol of the dedication and hard work that it takes to become a well-professional firefighter. We decided to have a helmet airbrushed for the player of the game.
Thank you very much, guys. I'm sure all the players are super excited to put in an effort to wear this after every game. Really appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you once again to the Welland Professional Firefighters Association. And now, we welcome to the field for tonight's ceremonial first pitch, Jasmine Jazdavicius. Jasmine is a Canadian professional MMA fighter, mixed martial artist in the UFC flyweight division, hailing from the Garden City, St. Catharines, Ontario. She's currently 7-1 and has won her last 3 fights. Please give a warm Welland and Jackfish welcome to UFC fighter Jasmine Jazdavicius. Oh yeah, sign her up, Ricky Military. Once again, UFC fighter Jasmine Jazdavicius. Here is tonight's starting lineup for your 2022 Welland Jackfish presented by Your Fun AIA. First baseman, number 11, Gianfranco Arello. Batting second, center fielder number 9, Eric Marriott. Batting third, right fielder number 13, Brandon Nicholson. Batting fourth, third baseman number 8, Mattingly Romanin. Batting fifth, left fielder number 24, Hogan Brown. Batting sixth, second baseman number 6, Tyler Dupuis. Batting seventh, designated hitter number 39, Matt Hildebrand. Batting eighth, pitcher number 16, Sam Cocker. Batting ninth, shortstop number 15, Mike Wagner. And on the mound for your Jackfish tonight, wearing number 55, Jake Harford.
Opening day is here, Jackfish fans. Pre-game festivities are just wrapping up. Starting lineups have been announced, and we're just about ready for baseball here on a beautiful Thursday night. Perfect weather for an opening day as we'll take a look at the starting lineup for the Brantford Red Sox. Leading off and playing in right field is Liam Sutherland. John DeZamba plays third base and bats second. Colton Fountain, the catcher, will hit third. Nick Burdett, the designated hitter, bats fourth. Spencer Jameson, the first baseman, hits fifth. Jacob Reed bats in the sixth spot. Playing second base, Roger Keane in left field will bat seventh. Andrew Gorecki plays center field and bats eighth. And then Zach Lamprilla will bat ninth and plays shortstop. Jake Harford takes the mound for the Welland Jackfish in his first start of the season, making his fifth start as a Welland Jackfish this past year. Got off to a good start with the team as he led the rotation with a .236 earned run average. Looking at the defense now for the Welland Jackfish, Hogan Brown plays left field, Eric Marriott's in center, and Brandon Nicholson is in right. Mike Wagner's the shortstop, and Mattingly Romanen plays third base. Tyler Dupuis at second base, Gianfranco Morello at first base, and Sam Cocker gets this start behind the plate. A couple new faces there to tell you about, as we'll get to those as the broadcast moves along. Harford, though, started game one of the IBL playoffs last year against Barrie for the Jackfish. He took the loss in that game, going 6 2/3 innings. So he seems like a guy who will be pitching in those big games. He gets the nod on opening day, one of three import players on this Jackfish roster. So Liam Sutherland comes up to the plate. He's ready to go as he taps the catcher, Sam Cocker. Harford has his sign as he looks in. Now he's got it. Comes set at the belt, and the first pitch of the Jackfish season is inbound, and it's right over the heart of the plate for strike one. Two other import players on this Jackfish roster, Brandon Nicholson and Mike Wagner, in the field as well, as Harford has his sign set to the belt. And the pitch just drifts outside, looked like an off-speed pitch, and the count swells to 1-1. Harford, a very good control pitcher. He had only 5 walks a year ago, striking out 23 batters. So we know he's got that good stuff as now he pitches to the right-hander. That ball's laced into center field. Backing up now is Marriott. He's right there in his tracks, and he makes the catch. The first out is down in the books, a line out to center field. Marriott made it look easy, as he's done so many times in his Jackfish career over last season, manning center field most of the time. And he makes those plays look routine all the time. So now coming up is John DeZamba, the veteran in the IBL, as he's coming back for his second season with the Brantford Red Sox. First pitch, hit right back up the middle off the leg of Harford. He's going to go track it down, but there won't be a play. He's going to eat the ball, so the first hit for Brantford goes right back off the leg of Harford. So now the catcher, Colton Fountain, comes up, hit .289 a season ago. 9 RBIs, he'll have a chance with a runner out there at first base. One thing to mention, too, the new scoreboard here at Welland Stadium. I'm sure you saw that in the pregame festivities. As right now, Jake Harford's picture's up there. It's really looking great, different look than it was a year ago. Now, runner at first base, Harford looking in. First pitch just catches the outside corner, and he gets ahead of Fountain. That's one thing that's going to be very important for Harford in this start, to get ahead of hitters. As I mentioned, very controlled pitcher. If he can get ahead of those hitters, he can use that off-speed pitch. He uses it right there just to get it over. And it's strike two now, 0-2 on the Brantford catcher. Zamba gets his lead off of first base, being held on by first baseman Gianfranco Morello. And here comes the 0-2, swung on and missed, throw down to second, and it is in time. Strike him out, throw him out, double play. And the Jackfish get out of the first inning unscathed. 0-0 as we go to the bottom of the first.
Fans, it's back in 2022. How does 5 free chicken wings sound? If Welland Jackfish pitchers strike out 5 or more opposing hitters during any home game this season, each fan here at the ballpark can redeem their game tickets for 5 free wings with the purchase of any size pizza at Tailgates Bar and Grill, located at 200 Fifth Street in Welland. Tailgates Bar and Grill, the official post-game location of your Welland Jackfish. Your group, all team, or birthday party can join us as well. Visit fan services at the front gate or WellandJackfish.com for more information about our group tickets and VIP peak performers that Doc Group area. Perfect for any occasion. Group tickets are now on sale for all remaining 2022 Welland Jackfish home games. Enjoy an ice cold pond water lager tall boy for only $4. Please drink responsibly. $4 beers on sale until the end of the third inning. Please respect the rules and help us maintain a positive atmosphere for each and every one of our Welland Jackfish fans. The Welland Jackfish would like to remind you that 50/50 tickets are on sale now. You see the crowd. Should be a big jackpot tonight. Get those 50/50 tickets. Visit the Lions Club table on the concourse for your chance to win tonight's cash prize. The draw will take place at the end of the 7th inning.
Music mode, music mode. Walk-up music. Ready?
Yep.
Leading off the first inning for you.
Back here for the bottom of the first inning, Gianfranco Morello, the first baseman, comes on. As he'll stand in against the starting pitcher for Brantford, Gabe Burdett. A season ago, 26 2/3 innings. Got hit around a little bit, gave up 40 hits on the season, 6.41 ERA, but he only walked 8 batters. So another pitcher right here that's around the strike zone all the time. The first hitter now of the season for the Jackfish gets up there, Gianfranco Morello, and he takes one outside. Morello playing against his former team in the Brantford Red Sox, played there for the past 2 seasons. Was an IBL All-Star a season ago. The second pitch drifts outside for a ball. The count is now 1-1. He won the team MVP last year as well as being named an All-Star. As it's up above his head, it's going to be ball 2. And this is kind of a sign to come as the Jackfish are looking to inject some speed into their lineup this season. In his last year of college, stole 29 bases out of 33 attempts. So he, at that top of the lineup, he's got some power. Also will run the bases very efficiently. And manager Brian Essery has talked about that, really wanting to be able to push the envelope on the base paths. And they do have some more speed in this lineup this season. He checks his swing, and it will be called strike 2. 3-2 now as Morello was heading down to first base. He thought that ball was high. And now he's asking home plate umpire Dale LeGros where that was. Said it's just at the top of the strike zone, so now a full count to Morello. That pitch is hit on the ground to first base. Moving over and picking that one up, and now throwing it over to first is Jamison to the pitcher covering. And there's one out. Morello grounds out to the first baseman, 3-1 on the putout. And now here comes Eric Marriott to the plate. Marriott played for the Jackfish a season ago, hit .280, hitting a lot in that number 2 spot, 11 RBIs as well. Another guy with speed, as I talked about in the top of the first inning, a very good center fielder. He showed that off there, and now he stands into the batter's box, hitting in the 2 spot today. As Gabe Burdett is ready, he rocks and fires to the left-handed hitter. Marriott, he takes it up high for a ball. After Marriott will be Brandon Nicholson and then Mattingly Romanen, if anybody can get on. This next pitch is up high as well. We'll get to Romanen a little bit as we move along here in this broadcast, but making his return to the pond, played here in 2019, mostly as a catcher. He'll be playing some different positions this time around. It's the 2-0 pitch inbound to Marriott, called strike just over the outside edge. Marriott knew it, and now it's 2-1. Burdett has his sign, comes home. That one just grazes the outside corner, and it's strike 2. The count now evens at 2. Marriott asking if it was low, but no dice. And now the count is even. The 2-2 pitch. This one hit on the ground to second base. Reed comes up with it, throw on to first. And Marriott is retired. 2 down quickly in this first inning as we take a look at the defense for the Brantford Red Sox. Roger Keane in left field, Andrew Gorecki in center field, Liam Sutherland plays right field, John DeZamba at third base, Zach Lamprey plays shortstop, Jacob Reed at second base, and then Spencer Jameson at first base, and Colton Fountain does the catching. So this is Brandon Nicholson stepping up to the plate. The Jackfish right fielder, he takes one outside, and the count is now 1-0. Nicholson, a season ago, joined the team about halfway through the year, stole 16 bases, so he's another guy who can move on the base paths. And that pitch just on the outside, and the count is now even at 1-1. The pitch from Burdett. This one bounced foul wide of third base. Goes down towards the Jackfish bullpen. And the count remains at 1-2. The sun has now been covered up. No sunlight on the field at this point, so shadows will not be a factor here early on in this ball game. Next pitch is wrapped out on the ground to shortstop. Lamprey can't pick it up, and Nicholson, is going to beat out the ground ball. And he's on first, as that will be an error charge to Zach Lamprey, the shortstop. So a runner at first base, and now stepping up to the plate is Mattingly Romanen, who's manning third base today. After Romanen will be Hogan Brown. He's playing left field. Tyler Dupuis at second base. Matt Hildebrandt, the DH after him. Sam Cocker does the catching, hits 8th, and then Mike Wagner plays shortstop and bats 9th. Right off the bat, Nicholson is running, and he's in there with no throw. Talked about it early, and there it is right there. The Jackfish using their speed, trying to put pressure on their opponents. And now there's a runner at scoring position for Mattingly Romanen. That pitch hit out into the air, into right field. Sutherland now backs up, and he makes the catch to retire the side. The Jackfish get a runner to second base, but can't push him any further as we go to the top of the second.
Who wants a t-shirt? Make some noise, Jackfish fans. same bases as your hometown Welland Jackfish. Join Jackfish staff behind section 102 following the 4th inning for your chance to run the bases just like the Jackfish. The second inning of Welland Jackfish baseball is presented by CA Niagara. CA members are covered 24/7, 365 days a year. Your CA membership can pay for itself. Visit them online at caniagara.ca. Leading off the second inning for Brantford, designated hitter, number 25, Nick Burdett.
Nick Burdett for Brantford stands in as he hits the first pitch on the ground. Romanin picks it up, throws it across the diamond in time. And Burdett is retired on one pitch. So Harford right there getting a quick out number one, and that'll bode well for him trying to go deep into this start. So that's 5-3 on the putout. Now Spencer Jameson, the first baseman, steps up to the plate. Left-handed hitter facing the right-handed pitching Harford. A junior player call-up for the Brantford Red Sox. The first pitch to him over the outside edge for strike one. Still looking in now. Harford does have his sign. Shook a couple times, and he comes set. Here is the pitch to home, and it's shot back up the middle for a base hit. Marriott right there to pick it up, throw it back into the infield. So that's a single for Spencer Jameson in his first at-bat here in the IBL. And now Jacob Reed comes up. Reed hit .259 on the season a year ago with 8 RBIs. He's got a runner out there. Another left-handed hitter in this Brantford lineup. They've had quite a few here to start against the right-handed Harford. That one way late on the fastball was Reed as he hit it wide of third. And quickly Harford is ahead. A season ago, the Jackfish finished at 515-15. This year they will be playing a few more games, 42 on the schedule, 21 home games for the Fish. As the next pitch is off-speed outside. The count evens at 1-1. Brantford was 11-19, finished in 6th place in the standings. The Jackfish were in 4th. They played the Barrie Baycats in the first round of the playoffs. The 1-1 pitch from Harford over the outside edge. Called as a strike. And the count now sits at 1-2. Harford gets ahead. As he'll look for a strikeout here with a runner on base. 1-2 pitch outside. And it's now 2-2. After Reed, Roger Keane is on deck, and then Andrew Gorecki, another junior call-up, will be after him if they get there. And this has happened a few times where it seems like Cocker and Harford have not been able to get on the same page. And that's something you'll see pretty often in the early going of a season. Two guys who have not worked together before. Next pitch from Harford, popped up on the infield. Moving in is Roman, and he camps under it. It moves a little bit, but now he makes the catch for the second out of the inning. A little bit of wind blowing out towards center field. Down on the field during batting practice today, the flags were blowing straight out. But it seems to have died down a little bit as Roger Keane, the left fielder, steps up to the plate. 2 out. And the first pitch to Keane, swing and a miss. Harford gets ahead of him, and we've seen that a couple times now in the first few batters, getting ahead with his fastball and blowing it by the hitters. So we'll see if he sticks with the fastball here going forward. The next one just inside. It's called a ball, as Keane just had to move his hands out of the way. And the count is even. Runner at first base is Jameson, being held on by Morello. Swing and a miss once again. From Keane, that ball was up high, and he got him to chase it. And now he's ahead 1-2. He's got his sign now. Runner takes his lead. The next pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out to retire the side here in the top of the second. Still no score. Jackfish coming up for the bottom of the second.
$600. Get those 50-50 tickets tonight. We now head down to the concourse for what has become a world-renowned tradition here at the pond. Take it away, Mr. Director of Fun, Ryan Harrison.
All right, cut the music. We're down here in section, I don't even know where we're at. I think we're 106 with Carter. Now, Carter, this might not be his first game, because remember Carter from 2021 was an intern, but this is his first game as a fan. And we can't let him get away with not kissing this pitch. Carter, get up. It's a tradition at Welland Jackfish Stadium, which your first game ever as a fan. You kiss the pitch and get hooked. Kiss it. Wow. That was not much of a kiss. I really liked it. Here we go. And a nice, oh, 2 kisses. Fans, make some noise for Carter. He just kissed a frozen fish.
And want to be the fan of the game, presented by Giant FM. 4 tickets and a Giant FM gift package will be given to the loudest, craziest fan at tonight's game. Make some noise if you want to win 4 free tickets, just like Bobby Lou. Catch live Welland Jackfish game action online. Join the voice of the Jackfish each and every home game at wellandjackfish.com.
WI on the update mode. WI. Here we go.
Hogan Brown strides into the plate to start off the bottom of the second inning. The Virginia product. Virginia Commonwealth University. Left-handed hitter stands in against the right-handed pitching Burdett. And it just inside, looked like it may have raised the inside part of the plate, but it is called ball 1. One of the few Jackfish players making their IBL debut here today, and he hits one on the ground to first base. Jamison picks it up. He'll take it to the bag himself. And there's one gone as Brown rounds out to first base. Tyler Dupuy, now the second baseman, comes up. Another player making his IBL debut. And the Jackfish seem to be a little bit out front of the pitches here. They've had a couple pitches hit hard. Mattingly lined out to right field to end the top of the first. And the first pitch to Dupuy is just at the top of the strike zone, is called strike 1. Still no score here as we play in the bottom of the second inning. Pitch inside, looked like an off-speed pitch that slipped out of his hands. And the count now goes to 1-1. After Dupuy, Matt Hildebrand, the returning player-designated hitter, is on deck right now. Dupuy hits a ball out to the shortstop, Lamprilla. Lamprilla picks it up on the backhand, fires across the diamond, and he got him! Close play at first base, and Dupuy not happy with the call. Jeff Rose, the first base umpire, making it. So there is 2 out. For Matt Hildebrand, one of the top hitters on this Jackfish team a season ago, hit .347. 33 RBIs and 7 home runs. He was 5th in the league in homers at 7 and 4th in the league in RBIs at 33. So he's in the box. First pitch to him over the inside corner. And it's called strike 1 as the crowd starts to get the wave going here. Everybody into it on opening day here at the pond. Next pitch fouled at the plate. And now it's 0-2. You see, not something you see very often, but Matt Hildebrand wearing no batting gloves. Talked to him before the game, he said that's something he's always done and doesn't think that he'll be changing it any time soon. The 0-2 pitch bounced in the dirt. He took that one with ease. And the count is now 1-2. Was perfect weather at the start of the game, starting to cool down just a little bit as we get into the evening now, just after 8 o'clock here in the Rose City. The 1-2 pitch to Hildebrand up high. And it's called a ball. It's 2-2 now. 2 away in the inning. Still no score. The power hitter is ready now. Here comes the pitch from Burdett. It's popped up over towards third baseman, and he makes the catch. Dzamba grabs it, and the inning is over. So still no score after 2 full. We go to the top of the third.
Post-game location of the Welland Jackfish. Visit them after any 2022 home game at 200 Fifth Street in the Rose City, Welland, Ontario. Bring your game ticket and receive 10% off your order. The third inning of Welland Jackfish baseball is presented to you by Nicole Henderson, CPA, the official chartered account of your Welland Jackfish. Check out Nicole's list of services at Nicole Henderson, CPA.ca.
Here at the pond for the top of the third inning, Jake Harford gets set to face the center fielder, Andrew Gorecki. Then Zach Lampreia, and then back to the top of the order in Liam Sutherland. That first pitch over the outside edge, starting off Gorecki with a strike. Gorecki, another one of those junior players here playing for the Brantford Red Sox, getting his first opportunity in the Inter-County Baseball League. Next pitch from Harford just misses outside. He was shooting for the outside corner, barely off the plate, but he didn't get it. And the count now evens at 1-1. He quickly gets his sign that time from Cocker. And the delayed pitch from Harford now. He spins it over the plate for strike 2. It's an interesting delivery we see from Jake Harford. A little bit of Clayton Kershaw, if you will, from the right side. The 1-2 pitch on its way. Popped up down the right field line. Moving into foul territory is Morello on the dead run, but he won't get there. Just bounces near the Brantford bullpen. Made a good effort for it, but nobody was able to get over there, so the count remains 1-2. Good start for both pitchers so far, not allowing a run, only a couple base runners for either side. Jackfish do have a stolen base as Brandon Nicholson swipes second base after reaching on an error. The next one is just fouled away. Great job by Gorecki to spoil that pitch. And as the hitter in the number 8 spot, that's what you want to do. Make your pitcher throw a lot of pitches, and he did that right there, reaching out, just being able to foul the ball away. And the count remains 1-2. Back-to-back foul balls now. And here comes the 1-2. It's bounced right back to the pitcher, Harford. He's got it underhand toss to first base. And Gorecki is retired for the first out of the inning. Some weak contact so far given up by Harford. And now Zach Lampreia steps up to the plate. Didn't have a great year a season ago. Hit 157, 8 RBIs. To go along with that, the right-handed hitter stands in against the right-handed pitcher. He is the shortstop in today's contest. First pitch to him. Right over the heart of the plate. It's strike 1 as Hartford continues to get ahead of these hitters. Oh and 1 pitch from Hartford. Just up high. The count's 1-1. At home last season, Welland went 7-8. Looking to build on that home record, trying to get over 500 in their home stadium. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Hartford got him to cut on that one. And he's now ahead in the count. It's 1-2. Score remains 0-0 as Hartford's looking for the strikeout. The 1-2 just misses low and away. And the count is now 2-2. It's even. Base is still empty. Lamprey steadies his bat now at his shoulder as Hartford gets his sign. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Hartford. And there's 2 down now as they go back to the top of the order. And Liam Sutherland. Hartford looking very strong early on now. We see if we can replicate that as he faces the lineup for a second time. And it's Liam Sutherland, the right fielder. He flew out to center field in his first at-bat to start the ballgame. Hartford now. And the pitch just misses low. And the count is 1-0. Hartford's got his sign, and the next pitch, swing and a miss. Got the fastball by him, and he's been able to do that quite a few times so far today. As Sutherland steps out, Sutherland last season at 271, 20 RBIs, so a guy who was able to produce at the top of the lineup. The next pitch, breaking ball, dropped it in there for strike 2. That was a perfect pitch thrown by Hartford. He started it at the hip of Sutherland, broke it back over the plate, and now he's ahead in the count, 1-2. Something I've been saying quite a bit here early on. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a high fastball. Hartford gets out of it, not allowing a base runner. Still no score after the top of the third inning. Jackfish coming to bat.
Anyway, we noticed that these two are the loudest fans in this park. Yes, the loudest. We selected out tonight's Giant FM fan of the game. They won 4 tickets to next Saturday's home game and a great gift pack courtesy of Giant FM. But to win the prize, you got to do one thing. You know what that is? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go Jackfish! I want you to use loud. Make some noise. Congratulations to you, Max.
And fans, remember to show your support for the Welland Jackfish. Jackfish items on sale now in the tackle box located behind Section 107 include hats, sweatshirts, jerseys, and more. Remember your time here at the pond. You can also shop online at shop.wellandjackfish.com. Your Welland Jackfish. Catcher number 16, Sam
The catcher, Sam Cocker, comes up to the plate to start the bottom of the third inning. Cocker, in his first game here with the Welland Jackfish, first game in the Inter-County Baseball League. Burdett, pitching a scoreless game so far, throws one over the plate as he gets ahead of Cocker with strike one. Sam Cocker also actually played with former Welland Jackfish Brendan Dadson, who's on the team the past 2 seasons. Cocker checks his swing as the ball bounces in the dirt, appeal to first base. No swing, says Jeff Rose. Cocker actually said he played with Dadson all throughout travel ball. He also played at Durham College as well. Will be the number 1 catcher for the Jackfish as the season goes on. Swings and misses at the 1-1 pitch. Counts now 1-2. He's taking over for Cole Larkin, who has moved on to professional baseball in the Frontier League. The 1-2 pitch bounced right back towards the mound. It gets past him. Now Jacob Reed picks it up, and he can't hang on to it. Another error in the field for Brantford. And Cocker gets on. He didn't hit it too hard, but he put the ball in play. And now the Jackfish have a runner on base for the shortstop, Mike Wagner. That was Reed making the error at second base. Mike Wagner, 297 a year ago. Again, another mid-season addition as he squares around a bunt, gets it down, right back to the mound. Burdett off the mound, throw on to first, it's in time. But the sacrifice is successful as Cocker moves into scoring position. And this is that kind of baseball that manager Brian Essery was talking about. Station to station, not as much power maybe in the lineup as a season ago. But see if they can put pressure on the defense, stealing bases, bunting runners over. And now we get to the top of the lineup in Gianfranco Morello. 346 average last season to go along with 17 RBIs playing for the same Brantford Red Sox. See if he can cash in against his former team. He swings at the first pitch and fouls it down the left field line, out of play down on the berm. In left field, and he's behind in the count now. 0-1. Manager Brian Essery saying Morello will be a table setter at the top of the lineup, as he's been an all-star in this league before. The 0-1 pitch is inside. He's saying that hit him on the arm. But Dale LeGros says no, so now it's just a ball count is 1-1. The runner Cocker out there at second base. Left-handed hitter waggles his hands around, and the pitch fouled straight back just over the press box. And he's now behind in the count, 1-2. Morello playing first base today, but he's a guy who can play all over the field. Played some outfield. Last year has also played some middle infield as well. So a versatile player in the batting lineup and on the defensive side. Behind in the count, 1-2. The pitch from Burdett once again fouled away. And it's going to come back into play. Count remains at 1-2. And I mentioned it a little bit earlier on with the Red Sox. And it was Gorecki at the time who was making his pitcher work. Now Morello doing the same thing for the Jackfish, which is very important early on in the season. See if you can tire out these arms quicker than usual. The next pitch, once again, fouled at the plate, down towards the Brantford dugout. Counts now 1-2. Last season, 13 bases stolen for Morello. Still no score as we play in the bottom of the third inning. The 1-2 pitch up high. Good battle from Morello, and it's 2-2 now. He gets back even in the count. Steps out now, gets back into the box. Burdett looking for his sign. Runner still out there at second base in Cocker. Counts even, 1 out. 2-2 pitch, foul straight back. Morello continues to battle. He's done a great job in this at-bat, not only fouling off pitches, but also taking close ones as well. As he gets himself back to even in the count, runner in scoring position at second base, Jackfish looking for their first run of the season. Morello once again swings and fouls one away, hits it over the press box into the parking lot. That pitch looked like it was going to be outside, but of course with 2 strikes, got to protect on anything close, and he did that. As the count is still even at 2-2 now, taking a little extra time is home plate umpire Dale LeGros after that foul ball, trying to get everything sorted out. Now he does. Burnett's back on the mound, Morello back in the batter's box. Morello staring out towards the mound. Pitch inbound, hit it in the air, left field. Roger Keane moving over. He's still on the run, but that ball's going to drift foul down the left field line off the bat. It looked like Morello may have been able to keep it fair, but it just kept drifting and drifting, and you can see now if you look out in center field, the flags are moving from right to left. So the Wind pushed that ball out of play, count still 2-2. The 6th foul ball of this at-bat as he tries to get a base knock. The 2-2 pitch, hit on the ground through the hole on the right side. Cocker's being waved around third base. Here comes the throw, it will be cut off. Cocker comes in to score, and the Jackfish grab a 1-0 lead on an RBI single from Gianfranco Morello. First RBI of the season for Morello. First RBI of the season for the Jackfish. And they lead it 1-0. And there's that station-to-station baseball I've talked about a couple times now. Cocker got on with the air, bunted over by Wagner. And then Morello comes up with a huge base hit here in the bottom of the third to give the Jackfish an early lead. Marriott squares around. The pitch is called on the outside corner. Marriott didn't like the call. Marriott did square on that. Not sure if he would actually be bunting in this situation, maybe just trying to pull in the third baseman, Zamba. Now Marriott does swing, and he fouls it away. And quickly he's going to be down in the count 0-2. A lot of foul balls here in this inning from the Jackfish. Being able to see Burdett just a little bit better their second time through the lineup. And the pitch, runner's going on his way to second base, slides in there, Morello, and he's safe, no throw. As Colton Fountain couldn't find the handle on it, and another stolen base. That's the second of the game for the Jackfish. So once again, a runner in scoring position with 1 out. It's Eric Marriott, the left-handed hitter at the plate. He's behind in the count 1-2. Morello out at second base. Next pitch fouled away, making the pitcher work once again. Marriott in his first at-bat grounded out to second base. Hit 280 last season. Batted near the top of the lineup for most of the year, so this is nothing new to him here, hitting in the 2 spot. And he's got a chance to drive in a run. Takes one high. Great job to lay off that pitch, and the count now goes to 2-2. Those high pitches sometimes, especially in RBI situations, are difficult to take. But he did a great job to lay off there, and he gets himself even in the count at 2-2. Morello's running, and the ball's hit into center field, coming on is Gorecki, and he can't make the play. It bounces in front of him. Morello around third, he will score, and Welland is up 2-0. Gianfranco Morello was running on the pitch. The ball was hit into center field, and it dropped just in front of the center fielder Gorecki. And now Eric Marriott is on the board with his first RBI of the season on a single to center field. So Marriott now standing at first base, and it'll be Brandon Nicholson, the right fielder. Right-handed hitter. Burnett first, before delivering to the plate, steps off. Maybe he wasn't comfortable with the pitch he was going to throw. As he looks Marriott back to the base. This one bounced on the ground to third base. DeZamba throws the second for one, back to first. Not in time. Will be a fielder's choice in the second out of the inning. Marriott cut down at second base. And Nicholson gets on. So now it's Mattingly Romanen coming in. He hit the ball hard his first time up. Just lined out to right field. Romanen did a lot of catching in his first go-around with the Jackfish this year, playing more of the infield with Cocker being behind the plate, playing third base today. A little late on the first pitch as he fouls it away for strike one. Talking to him around the batting cage before the game, said he's played mostly infield his entire career, so he's back where he's comfortable this upcoming season. He's batting in the 4 spot today. And the throw over to first, Nicholson was leaning. And a good throw from Burnett probably gets him at first base. But the throw was just off the line a little bit. So Nicholson was able to get back. Nicholson already does have a stolen base today. Looked like he wanted another one. We'll see if he's going again. Count 0-1. He's not going this time. Pitches outside. Count is even now at 1-1. That pitch being outside, maybe a little bit high, works as almost an abbreviated pitch out. If Nicholson was going to run, he was not. So he's still over there at first base, being held on by Spencer Jameson. That time back easily, standing up. The count's 1-1 to Romanen. Ruder gets the sign. Runner going to second base. Slide, and he's safe. The ball gets into center field. Nicholson's going to stay at second as he steals second. And once again, the Jackfish running wild on the bases. And another runner in scoring position here in this third inning, as Romanen is going to look to drive in a run. He's ahead in the count, 2-1. The score is 2-0 Jackfish on an RBI single by Morello and an RBI single by Marriott, both coming here in this third inning. If Romanen can get on, Hogan Brown, the left fielder, is standing on deck. Taking a while. Bruder looking in. Pitch hit right back up the middle. And it's going to be knocked down by Reed. Throw to first. And it gets past the first baseman, and then a run's going to come in to score. Nicholson crosses the plate. Romanen moves up to second base on a throwing error. And we'll see how that's scored. The ball was hit right back up the middle. And Reed threw the ball wide to first base, but Romanen may have been able to get there. As we'll see how that's scored. But Hogan Brown will stand in with a runner at second base and another run coming across to score at Nicholson. So probably a single. And an error allowing him to get to second base, and now 2 outs. Pitch from Bruder. Hit it in the air, center field. Moving over is Gorecki. Still on the run, still running. It's the left fielder coming over in Roger Keane to make the catch and finally retire the side for the Brantford Red Sox. But the Jackfish score 3 times as we go to the top of the 4th.
Jackfish tickets to next Saturday's game, or a frozen fish. Yeah, that's right. We'll go home with a frozen fish. All right, there's our attention to the video board. We'll get the guys upstairs to, there we go. that Pico, here we go. Let's take a look at this. Here it goes. Oh, you can see that there. Here it goes. All right. So far, so good. Are we gonna get it?
Hear the pitch count?
Here we go. You're walking home with 2 tickets to next Saturday's game here at the Pond. Congratulations. Fans, thanks so much to Rob. He didn't really do much, but he won something awesome.
Thanks.
Fans, this is a reminder to all those kids aged 12 and under that want to run the bases just like the Welland Jackfish. Welland Jackfish staff line section 102 following the 4th inning for your chance to run the bases. Will be some of our wonderful staff waiting there to help you on and off the field. The 4th inning of Welland Jackfish baseball is presented to you by Kid Steel, your rebar specialist. Visit them online tonight at kidsteel.ca.
Coming up to the plate is the third baseman, John DeZamba. He leads. He's the second hitter in this order, but he leads off. The top of the 4th inning. Brantford have not been able to push a run across against Jake Hartford as before the first pitch of the inning is thrown. Time is called at the plate by the catcher, Sam Cocker. Jackfish scoring 3 times in the bottom of the 3rd inning on RBIs from Morello, Marriott, and Romanen. Hartford's first pitch of the inning floats over the outside corner, and DeZamba is behind in the count. 0-1. Jackfish with 3 hits in this one. Brantford's got 2. Hartford kicks, throws towards the plate. That pitch is outside, and it's called a ball. Jackfish defense has looked strong as now Cocker goes out towards the mound, possibly a cross-up at the plate. As again, early on in the season, possible pitcher and catcher not being on the same page could have been what happened right there. As they try to figure things out, a lengthy discussion on the mound between the two. As they continue to talk out there. DeZamba had a rough go of it last year, hitting 133, but then came on in the playoffs and was one of their best hitters in the 2 games against London. So now they've got everything figured out. The count's 1-1 to the third baseman, DeZamba. And here comes the pitch, fouled away. Off the netting behind home plate. Counts now 1-2. Hartford played his college ball at Fredonia in New York. And he's ahead in the count 1-2. DeZamba waiting for the pitch, and now here comes swings on the ground up the first base line, but it's fouled at the plate. Looks like DeZamba got that ball off his foot. He does wear that protective shin guard on the front leg. But as seems to be the case a lot of the time, just missing the pad. But he seems to be okay as he gets ready to step back into the batter's box. DeZamba batting from the left-hand side, nobody on base, in a 3-0 Jackfish lead. 1-2 pitch. Missed up high. It's now 2-2 to DeZamba. DeZamba did not drive in a run last season. Batting with the bases empty here. Defense playing straight up. Hartford now has his sign. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Off speed, just missed low. The count now goes to 3-2, and this isn't something we've seen a lot from Hartford so far. As the count is full. The pitch from Hartford on the 3-2. Strike 3 at the knees. He got him looking. DeZamba questioning the call by De La Grow, as that's the 5th strikeout of the game. for Hartford. And everybody in attendance today will get 5 free wings for those 5 strikeouts presented by Tailgates. Hartford off to a great start so far in his first outing of the season. The first pitch to the next hitter, Colton Fountain, the catcher. He takes it just outside for ball 1. Fountain was the last out of the first inning. It's a 1-0 count from Hartford. This one just misses outside, possibly a little bit low as well, as Cocker tried to frame that pitch. He couldn't do it. And the count's 2-0. Hartford behind in the count, not something I've had to say very often. The 2-0 pitch popped up on the infield. Morello now drifting into foul territory, still in his tracks now, and he makes the catch. 2 down. Colton Fountain popping up into foul territory. And now here is the designated hitter, Nick Burdett, the IBL veteran. 253 a season ago, 21 RBIs. He also left the yard 4 times. And Burdett, pretty close to a few career milestones, 34 games away from 300 in the IBL, so you would think he reaches that this season as the first pitch misses inside to Burdett. Cocker turned around, asked home plate umpire Dale LeGros if it was inside. He said it was. So Hartford starts off behind the batter Burdett. Now the 1-0 pitch. You could tell Burdett wanted to go after it, and it was called a strike just over the outside edge. Counts now 1-1. Also, 40 at-bats away from 1,000 in his IBL career. The 1-1 pitch to him, swing and a miss, got him on an off-speed pitch. And he's now ahead in the count. It's 1-2. Hartford's been able to get all of his pitches over today. That one looked like a changeup that just faded away from the left-handed hitter. 2 outs, nobody on. Hartford's got his sign. And the pitch to Burdett, bounced on the ground to second base. Dupuis picks it up, flips it over to first base. And the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Red Sox. Jackfish coming to bat in the bottom of the 4th.
Fans, please direct your attention to the area in front of the Jackfish dugout. It's time for the empty bellies dizzy battle. Here's Ryan with all the details and play-by-play action. Ryan, take it away.
All right, here we go. This is the empty bellies dizzy bat race with Carter and Riley. This is how this works. Head, bat, ground, spin around till I say, don't spin no more. Once that happens, the first person to hit the ball off the tee wins $25 in empty bellies. Fans, Coach, got any tips, Coach? Got any tips? Well, there's no money in this, so that doesn't apply. But, that's fine. Fans, are you ready? All right, on your mark, get set, spin. All right, here we go. Watch the tee, though. You knock that over, you're out. Here we go. Fans, think they're dizzy yet? We dizzy yet? No, okay, no. Whoa, Carter, watch that. Keep going. On your mark, get set, hit it. Oh my gosh, he's actually pretty good. Wow. Congratulations. Riley, you won $20 to empty bellies.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please help us in wishing a very special guest a very special happy birthday tonight. Happy 47th birthday to Rich Hingley. Happy birthday, Rich, from your friends, family, and the Welland Jackfish. Visit the bait shop concessions now and enjoy a nice cold tall boy of on water lager by Mueller Brewing. Tonight, of course, is Thirsty Thursday. Enjoy a nice cold on water lager tall boy. And please drink responsibly. Fans, take a look at that beautiful new video scoreboard and look at that jackpot for 50-50 right now. Well over $1,000. Get those 50-50 tickets tonight. second baseman, number 6, Tyler Dupuis.
Tyler Dupuis, the second baseman, comes up here in the bottom of the fourth inning for the Jackfish. First pitch taken outside from Gabe Bruder. And the count is 1-0 to the right-handed hitter, and it's fouled wide of third. Bruder now thrown 56 pitches so far in this outing, and that's credit to the Jackfish really having good at-bats and being able to foul away tough pitches. And Dupuis fouled one away earlier on in this at-bat. After Dupuis will be Hildebrand, and then Sam Cocker, the catcher, swing and a miss from Dupuis. And it's now 1-2. Score still 3-0 Jackfish as we play here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Next pitch to Dupuis, breaking ball just missed on the inside corner. It looked like it might have gone around the plate. And the count evens now at 2-2, so a good job by Dupuis to get back into the count. And he's ready now, so is Bruder. And here comes the 2-2. Bounced on the ground to third base, just fouled. Third baseman DeZamba still makes the throw across the diamond. Put it in a perfect spot as well, but the ball was well fouled. One of those plays that you make just in case the ball is called fair. But the count still remains at 2-2. There's nobody out. No runners on base either, as Dupuis is the leadoff hitter here in the fourth. Pitch to Dupuis, bounces in there. Fountain blocked it. Kept it in front of him, but there's nobody on base. So now the count is 3-2. 3-2 count. See if we get a runner on base here with Dupuis. And the pitch, again, bounced towards the third baseman, DeZamba. He picks it up and throws it across the diamond again. It's a couple times he's done that, working on his arm strength a little bit here during the game, throwing on the run. Once again, it was a foul ball, though, so the count remains at 3-2. For the second baseman, Tyler Dupuis. And here comes the 3-2. Ripped into the gap, and that ball's going to get down. Sutherland's going to try to cut it off. He won't be able to get there. Dupuis around first, on his way to second. He's going to stop right there as he takes a turn around the base, but then holds on. And a leadoff double in the fourth inning for Tyler Dupuis puts a runner in scoring position for the DH, Matt Hildebrand. Sutherland tried to cut that ball off before it getting into the gap, but he just couldn't quite get there on time. So Dupuis running well out of the box, another guy with speed. Gets into second safely. 3-0 is our score. Jackfish lead it. Now runner in scoring position, nobody out for Hildebrand, who drove in 33 runs, fourth in the IBL a season ago. The first pitch on the move was Dupuis, but Bruder turned back, and now he's got a rundown. Dupuis moving towards third base. A long rundown right now. Bruder still with us. He runs it back to second base. Now the tag is applied, and he is out. So Dupuis picked off. And I'm not even going to attempt to write down that put out in my scorecard. 15615 on the put out, according to the official scorekeeper. So that runner at second base is erased. And Hildebrand now standing in with nobody on base, and the count empty. First pitch is high and away. It's ball one, and that's a time right there where you're already in scoring position with a power hitter at the plate. An interesting time to run, but we know the Jackfish do want to create havoc on the base paths, as they were trying that right there. Just moved a little bit too early, though, so the next pitch from Hildebrand fouled straight back. Count is now 1-1. Bruder got off to a good start in this game through the first 2 innings. And then the third inning bit him a little bit as he gave up 3 runs. And that's how the Jackfish have their lead. Here's we play in the bottom of the 4th. Hildebrand rifles one down the line. That's a fair ball just inside the right field chalk. Hildebrand, big turnaround first. He's going to motor into second base standing up. And an absolute laser shot of a double for Matt Hildebrand. And once again, the Jackfish have a runner in scoring position as Sam Cocker, the catcher, steps up to the plate.
Catcher number 16, Sam Cocker.
Sam Cocker coming up now. He reached base on an error. His first time up, started off that inning. So Hildebrand out there at second base after the double. 1 out. Cocker at the plate with Wagner waiting on deck. First pitch to Cocker just over the outside corner. May have been framed nicely by Colton Fountain. And Bruder's ahead, 0-1. Next pitch to Cocker. That one is outside. And the count evens at 1 apiece. 3-0, Jackfish lead it. They have 5 hits on the day. The 1-1 pitch coming, swing and a miss. Cocker chased one in the dirt. And he's behind in the count now, 1-2 with 1 out. That was the rundown at second base as Dupuis was picked off. But now another runner out there in Hildebrand after the double. Next pitch to Cocker. Takes it just low. Bruder tried to get a swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Cocker did a great job to lay off, though, and now he's back to even in the count as he tries to drive a run in. Ready at the plate. Here comes the pitch from Bruder. Just drifts outside. And the count swells to 3-2. Cocker doing the catching here today will be the case for most of the season. And he's in a 3-2 count now with 1 out here in the 4th. The full count pitch, rifled back up the middle, but it's going to be caught on a line. Flip it to second base. It's a double play. And the inning is over. Reed made the play, flipped it to Lamprea. And the Red Sox get out of it. 3-0, Jackfish lead it after 4.
All right, you know the time. Tradition here. Back for the junior Jackfish base runner. Please line up behind home plate with the director of fun, Ryan Garrison. Line up behind home plate.
All right, Ron, we're back at the pond with the kids. What are the bases? Feels good, don't it?
It does.
All right, fans, we're just getting the last
No, I
stars
just
out
grabbed
here,
this.
and then we're gonna run these bases.
I
Are
already
you
ate
excited?
twice.
Are you excited? You're excited. Are you excited? Yeah, she is. There we go. All right, fans, we need some encouragement. 1, 2, 3, go! They're off. Look at them go. I don't know, we got a tie race here. Oh. Red and white coming down the lane here. Come on, guys, make some noise. The kids are loving here. Let's go. All right, fans, make some noise for our junior base runners tonight. They were fantastic. That was actually the quickest base running we've ever.
We got cheese.
And join us for a summer your child will never forget with our 2022 Welland Jackfish Youth Baseball ends. It's run from 11 to 29 here at the plate. Producer, please listen to the Fifth inning, Welland Jackfish baseball is presented to you by Peak Performer Realty, your hometown realtor. Visit Stephen Anjar online at roomingniagara.com.
We go to the top of the fifth inning. Spencer Jameson moves up to the plate, had a hit his first time up, hit a ball into center field for a single, one of the two hits that the Red Sox have so far. Stands in the left-handed batter's box. The first pitch from Harford over the plate. Strike one, Jackfish leading it 3-0. Scored all 3 runs in the third inning. Threatened a couple times in that fourth, but could not push any across. So they'll try to get back up to the plates quickly as now the next pitch is fouled away by Jameson, and Harford ahead 0-2. After today's game, the Jackfish's next matchup comes on Saturday, where they take on the London Majors here at home. First 4 games of the season will be played at the Pond. The 0-2 pitch from Harford, outside and high. That's a ball that counts 1-2. So they play Saturday, and then next Thursday, a week from today, against Hamilton. That one is at home as well. 1-2 count to the junior player Spencer Jameson. Next pitch is outside once again, and the count evens at 2-2. Harford registered 3 wins a season ago. That was good for a tie for 5th place in the IBL. Counts even at 2-2, nobody on. And the pitch. Bounced out to third base. Romanin picks it up on a friendly hop, fire it across the diamond in time. 1 gone here in the 5th. Harford, to go along with those strikeouts, has also induced a lot of soft contact. We've seen a lot of ground outs like those ones. Romanin made it look easy. And now coming up is the second baseman, Jacob Reed, also standing in the left-handed batter's box. First pitch to Reed, just outside, just missed the outside corner. Counts 1-0. Romanin playing about even with the bag at third base right now for the Jackfish. The 1-0 pitch fouled away. He was late on a fastball from Harford. And the count is even at 1-1. Reed popped up to third base his first time up at 2:59 a season ago. The 1-1 pitch to Reed drifts outside, just missing the outside corner. And it's ball 2. The count's 2-1. Jackfish lead it 3-0. Hits are 5-2 in favor of Welland. And the pitch splits the plate. Strike 2. The count's even now at 2-2 with 1 out, nobody on base. Harford got Jameson to ground out to start the inning. Now Reed, and then Roger Keane stands on deck. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Once again fouled away. Looks like Harford got the fastball in on his hands. And the count remains at 2-2. Also in the IBL right now, Barrie leading Toronto 1-0. And here in Welland, the Jackfish lead it 3-0. This pitch runs inside, and that got Reed right, looked like in the leg, so he'll jog down to first. The first base runner in 3 innings for the Red Sox. So a runner at first for Roger Keane. He comes up to the plate with Andrew Gorecki on deck now. Roger Keane standing in the right-handed batter's box against the right-handed pitching Harford. The runner Reed being held on at first by Morello. First pitch hit down the line. Morello on the run. Nobody will be able to get there as it's foul out of play onto the berm. Counts 0-1. Harford gets ahead. The runner at first base is Reed after getting hit by a pitch. Roger Keane at the plate at 189. Last season with 4 RBIs to go along with that. He's down in the count right now, 0-1. Next pitch from Harford, swing and a miss from Keane. And Harford now ahead, way ahead, 0-2, 1 out. Jackfish defense playing at double play depth. Romanen is backed up, now playing behind the third base bag with the right-handed hitter hitting. Lined into right field, it's going to get down in front of the right fielder, Nicholson. He gets it back in quickly. So 2 runners on now as Reed moves into second on the single by Keane into right field. So now the center fielder, Andrew Gorecki, right-handed hitter, comes up to the plate. He's got a runner in scoring position as the Red Sox try to push across their first run of the game. Have registered 3 hits so far. The first pitch, bounce right back up the middle to the shortstop, Wagner. Step on the bag for 1. Throw it back to first. Morello can't hang on to it. It scoops past him, and a run is going to come in to score. So the Red Sox are on the board as Jacob Reed comes across, and it's 3-1 now in favor of the Fish. So a fielder's choice, Keane erased, and now the runner at first base is Gorecki, and Zach Lamprilla comes up to the dish. The number 9 hitter here in this Red Sox lineup with 1 out. Swings and misses at the first pitch, and Harford gets ahead. It's 0-1. Harford comes set at the belt, and the 0-1 pitch on its way bounces before it could get to the catcher, Cocker. And it's even at 1-1. So 2 out in the inning. Pitch bounced right to the shortstop, Wagner coming in charging. Throw on the run in time. And the inning is over. So the Red Sox do get 1, but can't push any more across. The Jackfish lead at 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Fielder, yeah, and then scores on the air. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
I gotta get these sections figured out. I don't know where I am. But we're at the Jackfish at Welland Stadium to celebrate the women of baseball. And tonight, Donna, you been selected as the sweet part of the game. And here's Mr. Greg Marco to present you with a beautiful bouquet of flowers. Congratulations, Donna. Have a great night. Fans, please applause for Donna. And then prizes for this meeting here. Thank you very much.
He's a junior. Howitt.
We welcome Niagara College and the Welland Professional Firefighters Association attention, please. Now pitching for Brantford, number 58, Danny Howard. Join the Jackfish again this Saturday, May 21st at the pond as we welcome the London Majors for Jock's birthday. First pitch set to fly at 1:05 p.m. To purchase tickets and learn more about group race, once again,
You think that's him?
limited time to still get those 50-50 tickets. Almost at jackpot tonight. Get your 50-50 tickets now.
What happened to Cocker last out of the inning?
Leading off the fifth inning for the Jackfish. Shortstop number 15.
That's right, yeah.
Wagner.
Bottom of the fifth we go. Mike Wagner, the number 9 hitter and shortstop, strides into the dish. Had a sacrifice bunt his first time up, and a new pitcher in the game. Also, Danny Howitt, the left-handed pitcher, comes in to face the left-handed hitting Mike Wagner. First pitch from Howitt out of the bullpen, strike one, grazing the outside corner. It's 0-1. 3-1 is our score. Jackfish lead as we play in the bottom of the fifth. This one popped up. Moving on the run is DeZamba, but he can't get there, sliding to try to make the play. But the ball was foul. So now Wagner behind in the count, 0-2, and Wagner, of course, sacrificing his first time up wouldn't be in order here now, especially with 2 strikes and nobody on base. The left-hander sets, and Howitt comes home with an 0-2. Wagner bounces it right back to the mound. Howitt picks it up, throws it over to first in time. And the number 9 hitter is retired as we go back to the top of the order in Gianfranco Morello.
First baseman number 11, Gio Morello.
Left-handed hitting Gianfranco Morello against the left-handed pitching Danny Howitt. This is a good time for the Red Sox to bring in the left-hander as Wagner, Morello, and Marriott, all the hitters due up in this inning, are left-handed. So with 1 out and nobody on base, Morello will get a chance to hit. He hit a ball into right field his last time up, picked up a single, and it was an RBI as he cashed in the first run of the season for the Jackfish. He's also scored a run back in that third inning. Low batter stance as he shows bunt but pulls back. And it's 0-2 now as DeZamba gets to move back. Morello, of course, with the speed, is a threat to bunt, but he also has good power in the gaps. So with 2 strikes, he'll be swinging away. Takes one down low in the dirt. Counts now 1-2. As I mentioned earlier on in the broadcast, Morello, an IBL All-Star a season ago, hitting .346. Drove in 17 runs while playing for the Red Sox. Now he's here with the Fish. Next pitch is high, and he's worked back into the count. It's 2-2. Marriott due up next, and then Nicholson if anybody can get on. Lefty Howitt is ready. Pitch towards the plate. Bounced right in front of home. Fountain out to play it. Throws it on to first. And 2 are down here quickly in the 5th inning. So now it's Eric Marriott, the center fielder, coming up to the plate. He got a hit his last time up as well. Also drove in a run before being erased on a fielder's choice. Once again, we'll be facing the left-hander Howitt. 2 out, nobody on base. 3-1. Welland leads it. First pitch floats over the outside corner. Called strike 1. Marriott Thought it may have been outside. 0-1 pitch. That one again catches the outside corner. Marriott once again questioning the strike zone of home plate umpire Dale LeGros. Thought it may have been outside, but he is down 0-2 in the count now. 2 down, no runners on. And the 0-2 pitch, that one is outside. And it's now 1-2. Howitt looks in, he's got his sign now, sets at the chest. Kicks, and here comes a 1-2. Bounce on the ground, it is foul. Fouled it off his leg. So he's going to stay in there. 1-2. The count. As it started to cool down a little bit here in Welland as we play in the 5th inning. Was just a perfect day for baseball. All day long, sun was out. And now a nice night here as Marriott fouls one away, just reaching out. And staying alive. Once again, these Jackfish hitters battling at the plate. As he gets back in the box, trying to spark the offense here in the 5th inning with 2 gone and nobody on base. The pitch, it's down low. Counts even at 2-2. Marriott 280 a season ago. Batting for the most part at the top of the order, hitting second today. The 2-2 up high. And the count's now 3-2. Standing on deck is Brandon Nicholson. If Marriott can reach, but there are 2 outs. Marriott looking out towards the mound. Here comes the 3-2 pitch, fouled straight back. Marriott was right on that one at the top of the zone. Just couldn't quite catch up to it, and the count remains at 3-2. Howitt ready. And the pitch hit on the ground to second base. Reed moving in. He's got it. Flip it to first. And the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Jackfish. As we've played 5 full innings, and the Fish lead it 3-1. What's the pitches, Harford? Yeah, so is the mic off? No, off, I said. Yeah, okay, good. I thought you were going, no, it's on. Okay. So apparently with the microphone, it's echoey and you can't hear any of the crowd or anything else, like the music, the PA announcer, anything. So I don't know, it's maybe just something. Oh, there will be. Oh, so when is the new system going to? Oh, I see. Okay, this is just a temporary. I see. Okay. Will it be the same, like, system? Yeah. Okay.
Your group to the pond. This inning of Jackfish baseball is presented to you by Newer Brewing Company. Visit a new retail location at 4766 Christie Drive in Kingsville. Newer Brewing is the original beer of your Welland Jackfish.
We go to the top of the 6th inning. Red Sox trail it 3-1. And Liam Sutherland comes up to the plate, the leadoff hitter for the Red Sox. He's flown out to center field and struck out. so far against Hartford, as the first pitch breaking ball bends in there for a strike. And the 65th pitch of the night for Hartford is a strike. 0-1 count. Right-handed hitter in Sutherland. The pitch from Hartford pulls it outside. Cocker couldn't get a glove on it. And the count now 1-1. After Sutherland, DeZamba standing on deck, and then the catcher Colton Fountain. The number 3 hitter in this lineup. Leadoff hitter Liam Sutherland standing at the dish right now as he does lead off the 6th inning as well. And the 1-1 from Hartford is on the way. It's inside. Sutherland looked like he wanted to make a swing at it, but held off. Smartly held off, as that pitch was far inside. Wouldn't have had much more than a broken bat if he puts his bat on that one. The 2-1 pitch, it's bounced slowly towards third base, but it's going to go foul. And the count 2-2 now to the Red Sox right fielder. Hartford still out there on the mound, a long start here in game number 1 of this season. The 2-2 pitch up high once again. Sutherland really looking like he wants to swing the bat, but wisely laid off once more, and the count now goes full to 3-2. The 3-2 pitch just misses low, and the leadoff hitter Sutherland gets on. The first walk of the game, Hartford is issued. And now Sutherland on first base had 9 stolen bases a season ago. His first time reaching base here in this opening day contest. And now John DeZamba, the third baseman, comes up, squares around a bunt, and he gets it down. Hartford off the mound, won't even look at second, flips it to first, and it's in time, so the sacrifice for DeZamba is successful. And there's one out, but Sutherland moves into scoring position at second base. So both teams have registered a sacrifice bunt in this game so far. And now it's the catcher and number 3 hitter Colton Fountain standing in against Hartford. Hartford checks the runner at second, now comes home. It's fouled at the plate. And the count is 0-1. I did mention Sutherland stole 9 bases a season ago, so a little surprising to see the number 2 hitter in DeZamba squaring around a bunt. But they do get a runner into scoring position, and now Fountain has a chance to drive him in as they trail by 2. Sutherland gets his lead. Next pitch drills Fountain. You can hear it all the way up here. And that's the second hits batsman of the game for Hartford. As now there is action down in the bullpen. Looks like Chris Boato, the left-hander, is up and throwing. As Welland manager Brian Essery coming out to the mound. Now, not sure if they are calling the bullpen. I wouldn't think so. It looks like Boato had just gotten up and started to throw, as he's not even on the rubber yet. He's throwing from behind the mound. So this mound visit here maybe to talk about the next hitter in Burdett coming up. Also to buy some time for the reliever Boato down there in the bullpen, as this is a time where Essery will go out there and take as much time as possible. As the whole infield comes in for the conference, now everybody's starting to filter back to their positions. But Essery still standing out there with Hartford and Cocker. And now finally Dale LeGros, home plate umpire, is going to come out there to break it up. So a good move by Essery to buy some time for his reliever in the bullpen as Chris Boato continues to throw out there. And the designated hitter, Nick Burdett, comes up to the plate. Grounded out to third and grounded out to second. in his 2 trips to the dish so far. He does have some pop, though, registering 4 home runs a season ago. So we're back to the action now as Harford looks in to get his sign with the left-handed hitting. Burdett standing in, runners at first and second, and there's 1 out. Next pitch is just outside after the mound visit from Essery, and he falls behind Burdett 1-0. Mention a couple milestones that Burdett is close to. He's also 31 hits away from his 300th IBL hit. So this could be a big season for the Brantford designated hitter as he takes one outside. It's ball 2 now. He's way up in the count as Harford has lost command just a little bit here in this 6th inning, hitting a batter, walking another one. And now he's behind in the count 2-0 with 2 runners on base and a 3-1 lead. The 2-0 bounced on the ground at the plate. It's foul. Right to the backstop. Harford now back into the count just a little bit. It's 2-1. As he's starting to really take his time out there on the bump. Burdett took a long walk around the batter's box. Now he does step back in. Harford's got his sign, checks the runner at second. And the pitch. It's high and outside, and the count now moves to 3-1. No place to put him here. So most likely going to have to come right after the Red Sox DH. Here comes the pitch, and it drifts outside. That's a ball, and the bases are now loaded for the number 5 hitter and third baseman, Spencer Jameson. So Spencer Jameson, the first baseman, comes up now. Has a hit to center field and grounded out to third base. Harford would love a ground ball right now. See if they could turn a double play and get out of this inning unscathed with the first pitch. It misses high. And he's behind the count once again here in the 6th. It's 1-0. Jameson making his first appearance in the IBL here in this opening day game. The next pitch, fastball, grazes the inside corner. And he's back on the board. The count's now 1-0. Jacob Reed, the second baseman, waits on deck. Runners out there right now at third base is Liam Sutherland. Colton Fountain stands at second, and Nick Burdett, who just walked, stands over there at first. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Harford got the fastball by him. And he's ahead of the first baseman now. 1-2. This would be a massive out for the Jackfish starter. Boato continues to stay loose in the Welland bullpen. Crowd getting into it. The 1-2 pitch from Harford. Up high. It's called a ball. The count's now 2-2. Speaking of the crowd getting into it, 1,145 fans here in attendance on opening day at the Pond. And they've been loud all game long. It's a 2-2 count with 1 out. Here comes the pitch with the bases loaded just outside. It's 3-2. And now really no place to put Jameson. 3-2 count, bases loaded with 1 out. Jackfish lead at 3-1. Here comes the full count pitch. Swing and a miss. He got the strikeout with the bases loaded, and there's 2 down. He came with the fastball and got it by Spencer Jameson. He's set down on strikes for the first time today, and now there's 2 outs for the second baseman, Jacob Reed. A huge pitch from Harford. And now the Jackfish will try to tightrope out of danger. The first pitch lined into left field. The ball is foul. Just foul down the left field line. If that ball stays fair, probably gets down into the corner. But it just sliced foul. Reed popped up to third base. His first time up was hit by a pitch. And his last time, now hitting with the bases loaded. 1 strike, 2 out, 3-1, Jackfish lead it. The 0-1 pitch to Reed inside. Almost got him again. Now the count is even at 1-1. So a lot of pressure pitches in this 6th inning for the starter, Jake Harford. The 1-1 pitch on the way, down low. Cocker got a glove on it, kept it in front of him, so a good job to keep the play right there as the runners stay put. And the base is still loaded now, but Harford behind the count, it's 2-1. He's got his sign, glove set at the belt. And the pitch, got it on the outside corner. Counts 2-2 now as another huge pitch coming up for Harford. He got a strikeout to Jamison in a full count with the bases loaded. And now a 2-2 count to Jacob Reed with the bases loaded and 2 out. Here it comes. Just down low below the knees. The over 1,100 umpires in the ballpark wanted a strike. Didn't get it. And the count's 3-2 once again. Huge pitch coming up for Harford. Runners go. Pitch hit on the ground at first base. Morello comes up with it. He'll take it to the bag himself. And the Jackfish work out of it. Harford gets a strikeout of Jamison with the bases loaded, then gets Reed to ground out to the first baseman Morello, and the score remains 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th.
Alrighty, this is one of the most favorite promotions here at this pond. This is the Tim Hortons Stack and Dash. Here's how it works. We got contestants of 4. We got Grace and Steph versus Carter and Cass. Here's how it works. Contestant takes off, grabs a donut, stacks it on their partner. Once all 4 are stacked, went to the finish line, which is Jack's. I'll hold the first or whatever that thing is. And wins a $25 gift card to Tim Hortons. Are you ready? Hey, are you ready? On your mark, get set, go. They're on. That's 1 donut down. Come on, fans, make some noise. They're running with donuts. You don't see that every day. Hey, down to the floor. Down to the floor. Get it down. This contest is no joke. They're going to win $25 and free donuts. Here we go. We're down. The 3rd one. Last donut comes down. Oh, boy. Run! Oh, boy. Here we go. We're down. She's catching up. Oh, I couldn't stop him. Congratulations. You're both winners. Fans, make some noise for our Stack and Dash contestants tonight. Got over $25 to Tim Hortons. How was that, Rock? Not bad, eh?
Just say OB. Tim Hortons is the official donut of the coffee of the Welland Jackfish. Visit them at 52 Niagara Street. Tim Hortons, always fresh. And leading off the 6th inning for the Jackfish, right fielder number 13, Brandon Nicholson.
Brandon Nicholson comes up to lead off the 6th inning after Jake Harford worked out of a bases-loaded jam to keep the score at 3-1. And the right fielder comes up and takes one over the plate for strike one. Nicholson hitting third. After him will be Mattingly Romanen. And then Hogan Brown, the left fielder, after that as he takes another one, this one over the outside corner. As it's Danny Howitt still on the mound, the lefty working to the right-hander Nicholson. Next pitch, strike three, took it right over the plate. So 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and a strikeout for Howitt. So he gets Nicholson quickly, and now Romanen comes up to the plate. Romanen has a hit, and this one drove in a run as well. Romanen, the third baseman, lined out to right field in his first at-bat. Facing the left-handed pitcher, it's over the outside corner. Strike one. Howitt really throwing strikes here in this second inning of work. Three to one is the score. Romanen bloops one into right field. That ball's going to get down. Romanen's going to take a big turn around first, and he's going to try for second. The throw in there will be offline. And a double for Mattingly Romanen, and he gets into scoring position for Hogan Brown. That's another ball hit into right field for Romanen. He lined out there, as I just mentioned, in the first inning. And this time didn't hit it all that hard, but put it in a perfect spot where Sutherland couldn't track it down. And now here comes Hogan Brown to the plate. He's grounded out and flown out. So far, lefty on lefty matchup. Takes one down low for ball one. After Brown will be Tyler Dupuis as he stands on deck. Hogan Brown awaiting the pitch. Now he gets it. It's down low, but blocked by Fountain. Kept the ball in front of him, so Romanen wasn't going anywhere. And the count's now 2-0 with one gone after the strikeout from Nicholson. There was a double by Romanen. He stands out at second base. The 2-0 bounced in there, and it's going to be 3-0 now to Hogan Brown. That's a couple pitches now in this at-bat that have missed low after coming out scorching hot, throwing strikes. And this inning is now fallen behind 3-0. Next one, again, down low. That's 4 straight balls. He walks Brown. And the Jackfish are threatening here in the 6th with a runner at second and a runner at first. And coming up is Tyler Dupuis, the second baseman. As there's going to be a quick visit on the mound as the shortstop, Zach Lamprilla, comes in to talk to his left-hander, Danny Howitt. Being corrected here by producer Brent. That was the third baseman coming in to talk to the pitcher. No. That's good. Got to make sure everything's precise here on the broadcast. So now Tyler Dupuis stands in. Runners at first and second. Jackfish lead at 3-1. Bouncing off of second base. The runner swing and a miss. That was Romanen bouncing off of second before that. And sometimes you have to wonder with the runner bouncing out there at second base if that kind of distracts the hitter at any moment, as he did swing and miss at that. And it's 0-2 now to Dupuis. Howitt's ready. Here comes the 0-2. Breaking ball. Tried to catch the outside corner. Couldn't quite bring it back over the plate. And the count is now 1-2. Matt Hildebrandt, the DH, waits on deck. Comes the 1-2. Skied in the air, left field. Roger Keane backing up. Still going back, still running, and it's off his glove. He can't make the play. Coming around third base is Romanen. Hogan Brown is right behind him. The throw to the plate is not in time. A 2-run double for Tyler Dupuis. And the Jackfish stretch out their lead. It's 5-1.
Your designated hitter, number 39, Matt Hildebrand.
So a 2 RBI double for Tyler Dupuis. His first couple RBIs of the season. And now the left-handed hitting Matt Hildebrand comes up to the plate with a runner out at scoring position. 5-1. Jackfish lead it over the Red Sox. First pitch is down low. That's a ball. It looked like Keane had a beat on it at the start, but the ball kept carrying and just glanced off his glove and allowed 2 runs to score. Breaking ball didn't get the call. And it's 2-0 now to Matt Hildebrand. Hildebrand looking for his first RBI on the season. Does have a hit in this one. Rifle the double down the right field line, and now he pops one up. Moving over is DeZamba. But it gets out of play, and a great catch made down on the berm by a fan. What a play. As it is a foul ball, and 2-1 is the count to Hildebrand. Dupuis stands out there on deck after hitting a 2 RBI double. The 2-1. Bounced onto the ground to the shortstop Lamprilla, slides to make the play, gets up, throws it across the diamond, it's in time. Dupuis takes a big turn around third, they throw behind him, and they've got him! It was a ground ball by Hildebrand to the shortstop Lamprilla. After making the play at first, Jamison threw the ball behind Dupuis in the third after a wide turn, and he's thrown out. But they do get 2. Dupuis with a 2-run double. We go to the 7th inning. Jackfish lead it 5-1.
Ernesto, and we got Madison here for the CA tire roller. $50 to Buckner's Source for Sports. Here's how this works. You roll it up to Jocks, around Jocks, and back to me. First person to hit the finish line wins $50. You ready? Got a couple firefighters here. You're their trainees, so this might be, we'll see how this goes. On your mark, get set, go. Fans, make some noise. Come on, we've been loud tonight. Let's get it going here. Uh-oh, here we go. It's going to be tight. Winner! Madison, congratulations. You walked it home with $50 to Buckner's.
Don't forget that Welland Stadium stopped serving alcohol at the end of the 7th inning. Visit the bait shop now and enjoy an ice cold tall boy of farm water lager by Newark Brewing. Please respect the rules and help us maintain a positive atmosphere for each and every one of our Welland Jackfish fans. And this hit of the Welland Jackfish baseball is proudly presented by North Welland Business Improvement Area. Visit them online at northwelland.ca. North Welland, a thriving and welcoming gateway to Canada's vibrant Rose City.
22.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for your Welland Jackfish, number 22, Chris Bolano.
Welcome back here to Welland Stadium. We go to the 7th inning as Roger Keane comes up to the plate. Chris Boato coming out onto the mound. So a great start in his first start of the season for Jake Harford. He gets through 6 full innings, a lot of high-stress pitches in that 6th inning. Got out of a bases-loaded jam, and now the left-hander Chris Boato comes out of the bullpen. A season ago, appeared in 12 games for the Jackfish, 3.98 ERA, started 5 of those games. Next pitch, swing and a miss. But even though he only started 5 games, pitched 52 innings a year ago. It's a 1-1 count. Boato's first hitter. He's facing another swing and a miss from Roger Keane. Keane got a hit into right field his last time up. And here comes the next pitch. It's fouled away. Roger Keane with a check swing. Fouled it back. Roger Keane at the plate. Andrew Gorecki, the center fielder, is next, and then Zach Lamprilla. After that, the bottom third of the order for the Red Sox. The next pitch from Boato, it's bounced on the ground. Wagner's going to come in, tough hop. That came up on him and deflected into the outfield. So a tough break there as Boato got the ground ball, and then a tough break for the shortstop Wagner as it was a terrible hop that came up, hit him on the chest, and deflected into center field. So Andrew Gorecki now coming up to the plate. Runner at first base. Boato left-handed takes a look at him. Fires a pitch just outside for ball 1. 4 hits on the day for the Red Sox and 7 hits for the Jackfish. The 1-0 pitch to Gorecki. Fouled away off the mitt of Cocker. And the count is now 1-1. Keane last season did not have a stolen base, did not have a stolen base attempt. So not a guy you'd expect to be running in this situation. And the count is even to the hitter Gorecki. Next pitch, once again fouled, this time into the catcher's mitt of Cocker. And Boato's ahead now, 1-2. Nobody out here in the 7th inning. Boato on the mound after Harford gave the Jackfish 6 strong innings. The 1-2 pitch, blooped into center field, coming on is Marriott. He won't make the play. Bounces in front of him. He picks it up, flips it back into the infield. But now 2 runners on 2 not particularly hard-hit balls. Now the number 9 hitter, Zach Lamprilla, comes up with a chance to drive in a couple runs. Lamprilla, right-handed hitter, steps up to the plate with Liam Sutherland standing on deck. Has struck out and grounded out so far, and now Boato's going to step up and he wants to have a conversation with Cocker. This might be about changing up the signs. As you saw right away, Boato, after looking out at second base, called Cocker to the mound. Possibly thought he might be giving away something, as now everybody's back to their positions. During that quick little mound visit, Lamprilla went out and talked to the third base coach. So possibly a bunt situation here, but you wouldn't think so. Down 4 runs in the 7th inning here. But here comes the pitch, and he does square around a bunt, and he pops it up. Cocker behind the plate makes the play. And there's one down. So Zach Lamprilla pops up on a sacrifice attempt. Still a surprising move to me with being down 4 runs in this game. Didn't expect to see somebody trying to sacrifice and giving away outs at this point. But they did try it, and it was popped up behind the plate. Cocker made the play. Now it's the top of the lineup. Here's Sutherland. Sutherland swings at the first pitch, fouls it away. Goes out into the parking lot. And the count is 0-1, 1 out. Jackfish lead at 5-1 as we play in the 7th. Runners at second and first. Standing out there at second is Roger Keane. And at first, Andrew Gorecki. The 0-1 pitch from Boato on the outside corner. It's strike 2. He's ahead. 0-2. Fans getting into it. Trying to get this strikeout from Boato. The 0-2 pitch tried a breaking ball. Slipped out of his hand. Couldn't get it over the plate. And the count now goes to 1-2 after that pitch. Boato takes a second behind the mound to rub up the baseball. Maybe didn't get a great grip on that last pitch. But he's good to go now as he gets his sign and comes set at the belt. Checks the runner at second. The 1-2 pitch popped up. That ball's going to get foul. Once again, getting over the press box into the parking lot. And the count remains at 1-2. For Boato, this is his third season with the Jackfish. Has really been a guy that you can trust to start and pitch in relief. And that's what he's doing right now. The 1-2. Once again, it's fouled away, straight back our way. And the count remains at 1-2. There is 1 out. As it's Liam Sutherland at the dish. John DeZamba stands on deck. Boato shakes a couple times, still looking, and now he does have the sign. And here comes the 1-2 again. Breaking ball, topped on the ground to first base. Morello picks it up, looks at second, but he'll take it to the bag himself. And there's 2 out. But both runners will advance. As now there's a runner just 90 feet away at third base. So now the third baseman, DeZamba, comes up to the plate. He's had a sacrifice his last time up, sacrifice bunt right back to the mound. And now he has a runner, two runners, in scoring position. It'll be a lefty-on-lefty matchup now. The first time in this game, DeZamba will see a left-hander, and the first pitch, taking all the way, watches it over for a strike. And it's 0-1, 2 gone in this inning. Over the last 2 innings, the Red Sox have threatened. There's been a lot of traffic on the bases, but can't push anything across. Breaking ball fouled away at the plate. And now Boato ahead 0-2. Went with a breaking ball there at 0-1. So we'll see if he doubles up on that or if he goes back with the fastball to try to get the left-handed hitting DeZamba. Boato taking a moment, now back on the rubber. Runners get their leads. The 0-2 pitch inbound. Strike 3 on the outside corner. He got him looking. Boato walks off the mound after striking out DeZamba. DeZamba very unhappy about the call. But Boato gets the strikeout, and the Jackfish still lead at 5-1 as we go to the bottom of the 7th.
Root for the Jack.
Here comes Sam Cocker to the plate to lead off the 7th inning for the Jackfish crowd. Really into it right now. Here comes the first pitch, swing and a miss from Cocker. As that's still Howitt out there on the mound. And there is some more throwing now in the Jackfish bullpen. Both bullpens actually in action. As Howitt continues to throw, working in his 3rd inning. Breaking ball perfectly placed over the plate. And he gets the call. Cocker has reached on an error and lined into a double play. And now he rifles one in the air to center field. Backing up is Gorecki, still on the run, and he gets there to make the play. Andrew Gorecki closing a lot of ground, going straight back, and makes the play for the first out of the inning. Cocker's hit the ball hard a few times today, hit that one pretty hard, but Gorecki ran it down. So now the shortstop, Mike Wagner, he's sacrificed and lined out to first. Wagner hit .297 a season ago, stands in against the lefty, nobody on base. Next pitch, breaking ball, bounces in the dirt. And it's ball 1. 1-1 count. Next pitch from the lefty, popped up. Third base side, DeZama moving over. He'll watch that one go into the crowd. And almost a catch out there made, just nicked off the glove. Couldn't hang on to the foul ball. And the count's now 1-2 to the shortstop, Wagner. Lefty Howitt has the sign. Here comes the 1-2, up high. Counts even at 2-2. Next pitch to Wagner, another breaking ball. This one's popped up again. Fountain on the run behind the plate. He won't get there. It bounces out of play. And the count now 2-2 to Wagner. Jackfish lead it 5-1. On deck is Morello. And if anybody can get on, Marriott would have an opportunity here in the 7th. The next pitch, up high. It's a ball, and the count now swells to 3-2. Next pitch to Wagner, again popped up. Fountain moving over towards the stands, and again it'll get out of play. So a good battle being put up right now by the shortstop, Wagner. As the scoreboard now up and working again, as Mike Wagner's picture up on the video board, as he sits in a 3-2 count with 1 out here in the 7th. The 3-2 pitch up high, it's ball 4. He walked him. So the number 9 hitter reaches. And they go back to the top of the order for Gianfranco Morello. Morello has had a pretty good night at the plate so far against his former team. Drove in a run back in the 3rd inning. That got the first run of the game across for the Jackfish. Then Marriott also had an RBI. Romanen an RBI as well. And then a 2-run double in the 6th inning for Dupuis. That gave the Jackfish their 5 runs. Before a pitch to Morello. He throws over to first base. Wagner back standing up. And now he takes his lead off of first once again with Jamison holding him on. Bent stance by Morello. Takes one inside from the lefty. Runners going on first movement. The throw down to second. Wagner head first slide, and he's in there. Another stolen base for the Jackfish. He was going on first move that time from the lefty Howard. As soon as he saw that front leg go up, took off for second base and easily stole that bag. Now he looks like he wants to move again at second base. Morello takes another one inside. Counts 2-1 with Eric Marriott waiting on deck. One out with a runner at second base. Howitt checks the runner at second. Now the pitch just down low. That's a ball, and it's 3-1 now. Wagner takes his lead off the second. And the pitch called strike two on the outside corner. Morello already tossed his bat aside. He was headed down to first base. But Dale LeGros says no. Now Morello's got to go grab his bat, pick it up. Nobody in the crowd happy about that one. But now Morello's got it bear down here, full count with the runner at second base. Next pitch swings and misses. He struck him out. And Morello's going to turn around and say something to the home plate umpire. But it won't matter as he's down on strikes. So now with 2 out, the Jackfish are going to be looking for a big 2-out hit from their center fielder, Eric Marriott. He's grounded out to second base twice. Also has a single into center field that drove in a run back in the third. Another lefty-on-lefty matchup. That's 3 hitters in a row on the left side. Howard's pitch to him. It's outside for ball one. Counts 1-0. 2 outs in the inning. Runner at second base, and the Jackfish lead at 5-1. Brandon Nicholson awaits on deck. The 1-0 bounces in. It's a breaking ball. Couldn't get it over the plate. And it's 2-0. He went with the breaking ball there. Ahead in the count, tried to flip it over, but he couldn't get it over the inside corner. So now he's down in the count, 2-0. Next pitch, right on the outside corner. Marriott wanted to go after it, but he just checked his swing. It was a strike anyways. And the count's 2-1. Late on the fastball, fouls it away. And the count's even at 2-2. Howard not looking like he has great velocity on the mound, but when you're mixing your pitches like that, throwing some off-speed pitches, then coming back with the fastball, that fastball can look a lot faster than it actually is in that time. That's why you got a late swing out of Marriott. And the count's even at 2-2. Howard leans in for the sign. He's got it now. Comes set at the belt. And the 2-2. Marriott rifles it up the middle for a base hit. Coming around third base, that's Wagner. On his way to the plate, the ball will be cut off. Wagner scores. Marriott with an RBI single. And the Jackfish lead at 6-1. Marriott's second RBI of the game, and that will be all for Danny Howard. So Marriott 2 for 4 in the game. As I didn't know if they were going to make a pitching change, now they will. Danny Howard out of the game. Danny Howard coming out of the game, and a reliever coming on now for Brantford. What's his first name? Hayden.
Your attention now, pitching for the Red Sox, number 19, Hayden Stan.
Brandon Nicholson comes to the plate with a runner at first base, and after the pitching change, Hayden Stam comes into the game. The left-handed pitcher pours one over for strike one on Nicholson. Brandon Nicholson struck out looking his last time up. That time facing the lefty Howitt. Now facing lefty Stam. Pitch out. Nothing's going on with Marriott standing over there at first base. Jackfish leading at 6-1. Next pitch to Nicholson. It bounces in the dirt. Marriott's going to take off for second base, and he'll get in there without a throw. So most likely a wild pitch moved up. Marriott now standing in scoring position. Jackfish have had quite a few runners in scoring position here today. And Brandon Nicholson with 2 outs, looking to drive in another run and push one more across. That one's high. Didn't get the swing, and he's behind in the count now, 2-1. Pitch to Nicholson outside. For a ball. Nicholson will go down to first base. So Hayden Stam comes out of the bullpen, walks the first batter he faces. And now Mattingly Romanen. He's got 2 hits today. Drove in a run. And last time he doubled into right field. Just blooped a ball that was out of the reach of Liam Sutherland. He tries to drive in another one now with runners at first and second. Romanen swings at the first pitch, pops it up high in the air over there by first base. Jamison coming back into fair territory now, reaches out, and he makes the catch. A little bit of an adventure over there for Spencer Jamison, but he makes the play, and the Jackfish are retired here in the 7th. We'll go to the 8th. The Fish lead it 6-1.
Bring a group and enjoy our group meal ticket packages. To learn more to book your group, visit WellandJackfish.com. This inning of Jackfish baseball is presented by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Welland Jackfish. Pepsi, for the love of it. Hand things down now to the director of fun, Mr. Ryan Harrison. Apparently, fans, we're sold out on hot dogs tonight, so we're going to have something in. Ryan, tell us all about it. Hot dogs sold out, so it's time for a hamburger toss. Get on your feet. Hey, Jackfish fans, who wants a free hamburger tonight? Leading off the 8th inning for Brantford, catcher number 18,
Colton Fountain now comes up to the plate, the catcher, to lead off this 8th inning with the Red Sox trailing 6-1. Chris Boato back out on the mound. First pitch fired over the outside corner. It's strike one. Fountain was hit by a pitch in his last time up. Now he's behind in the count, 0-1. The other pitch, it's topped on the ground but foul. Right to the on-deck hitter, Nick Burdett. And now Boato's way ahead in the count. It's 0-2. Boato gets the sign, pitching out of the full windup with no runners on. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. He got him. A perfect pitch with 2 strikes. Got the swing and a miss. And there's 1 out in the 8th inning. So Fountain down swinging. Nick Burdett, the DH, comes up to the plate. 0 for 2 in this game with a walk. He's grounded out to third and grounded out to second. Walked back in the 6th inning, lefty on lefty matchup. Boato kicks, deals towards the plate. Gets it over the outside corner for strike one. Boato throwing lots of strikes here to start this 8th inning, coming right at the Red Sox hitters. 0-1 count, 1 out. And the pitch is outside. Throws the ball, and the count evens at 1-1. Boato has used his breaking ball very effectively here in this outing so far to get ahead of hitters and, as you saw in that last one, to put them away. That time it's a fastball, Burdett's late on it. And he fouls it down the left field line, way out of play. After Burdett will be Spencer Jamison. He's out on deck. If anybody can get aboard, Jacob Reed will get a chance here in the 8th. Breaking ball, swing and a miss once again. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts for Boato here in the 8th. Burdett swings and misses once again. That breaking ball coming into play. So 2 quick outs, and Spencer Jamison now will try to reach base. Nobody on. Defense playing straight up against the left-handed hitter. The 0-0 pitch is high. For a ball, Jamison 1 for 3 in the game so far. Struck out in his last at-bat. He had a hit back in the 2nd inning. Singled into center field. Next pitch just on the outside corner. Fastball. He got the strike. And it's even at 1-1. Brantford does have 5 hits today, but only 1 run to show for it. Breaking ball, swing and a miss once again. That pitch is really on in this inning. You can tell Boato's confident out on the mound as well because he's working quickly. And here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball. Boato strikes out the side. And the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Red Sox as we go to the bottom of the 8th.
All right, we're going to draw that 50-50 winning ticket number on the top right now of the dugout. Harrison, Jocks is there as well. We're going to draw that winning 50-50 ticket number. Is that right, Ryan? 025-2132. Who has won big bucks tonight? Make some noise if you're holding that winning 50-50 ticket number. Jackfish, visit WellandJackfish.com. Look under the corporate section or summon one of our staff members to learn more about getting you and your company involved with Jackfish Baseball.
Here we go.
Leading off the 8th inning for Welland.
Here in the 8th inning, Hogan Brown steps up to the plate. Tyler Dupuis after him, and Matt Hildebrand to follow. Looking at the out-of-town scoreboard, Toronto and Barrie right now is tied at 1 in the top of the 9th inning in Barrie. A low-scoring affair here early on in the season out there, and now this ball's wrapped on the ground to second base, knocked down by Reed. He picks it up, throws from his knees in time. Close play at first base, but he made the play. And Brown is retired quickly, and there's one out. So Tyler Dupuis coming up to the plate. Last time he was up, scorched a ball into left field. It went off the left fielder's glove, Roger Keane. And a 2 RBI double for Dupuis, now facing another lefty. Pitch inbound, catches the outside corner. For strike one. Oh, 1 pitch, bounces inside. It's a ball. And the count evens at 1-1, 1 out. No runners on. Jackfish lead at 6-1. As Hayden Stam continues to throw on the mound for the Red Sox. Next pitch just high for a ball just over the letters of Dupuis. And the count's now 2-1. Dupuis getting ahead in the count. Looking in for the side. Now Stam's got it. Off-speed pitch floats in there high once again. And the count's 3-1. Left-handed hitting Hildebrand standing on deck. Stam working quickly. Here comes the 3-1. It's outside. He lost him. So Dupuis goes down to first base. And not sure, but that may have been the plan of the pitcher. Go and pitch around the righty, get the lefty and Hildebrand. So now there will be a runner at first base with 1 out. As Hildebrand comes up to the plate. He has a hit into right field in this game. He also grounded into a interesting double play his last time up. It was a 6-3 play, but then Dupuis was caught off of third base and got picked off standing over there to end the inning. But Hildebrand takes the first pitch over for a strike. And it's 0-1. Checking the runner at first is Stam. Next pitch, Hildebrand way inside. Lifted his hands up, got out of the way of it. And the count's 1-1. Hildebrand looking out to the mound. Stam now with the sign. Pickoff to first base, easily getting back, is Tyler Dupuis. Just a courtesy throw to the bag. The count's still 1-1 to Hildebrand. The 1-1 pitch inside once again. And it's 2-1. Really trying to get inside on Hildebrand. Trying not to let him extend. But we saw back in the 4th inning on that double hit, it was an inside pitch that he ripped down the line. This time he fouls it away. Up onto the roof, it'll roll back into the crowd. And somebody makes a play down there. But that is a foul ball, and the count's 2-2. Pitch to Hildebrand, bounced on the ground to second. Recharging, now picks it up, throws it over to first in time for the second out of the inning. They throw back into second, but Dupuis will move up. That ball was just not hit hard enough to try to turn 2. So it'll go down as a fielder's choice. Hildebrand retired at first base, and Sam Cocker, the catcher, coming up now looking for his first hit of the game. 2 outs, runner at second base, 6-1. The Jackfish lead it. The pitch from the lefty towards the plate. It's high and away. Cocker takes it, and he's ahead in the count, 0-1. Dupuis standing out at second base. Wagner standing on deck behind Sam Cocker, the catcher. Pitch fouled away. And the count's now even at 1-1. Talked about it before on the broadcast. The Jackfish this year really trying to go with speed and good defense, and they've really shown that here in this first game of the season. As the next pitch is hit in the air, and that ball's going to get down in the gap. Around third is Dupuis motoring on home. He'll get there without a throw. And Cocker picks up his first hit of the game, and it's an RBI single to give the Jackfish a 7-1 lead. So Dupuis scores easily from second base on a bloop single from Cocker. And Mike Wagner will get a shot now, lefty on lefty, in this 8th inning. Runner standing at first base. Pitch to Wagner is outside for a ball. This one just over the outside corner. Wagner didn't swing at it. Now Fountain's going to go out there and have a chat with Hayden Stam quickly. As again, may have been a cross-up, but it's a 1-1 count to Wagner as they take their time now coming back towards the plate. Jackfish looking to pick up their first win of the season. Get off to a good start here on opening day at the Pond. 1-1 count. Pitch just misses the outside corner. And it's 2-1 with 2 outs. And Cocker at first. Wagner awaiting the pitch. Now he swings and hits it on the ground through the hole on the right side. Cocker moving around second base. He'll try to get into third base. He'll get there standing up without a throw. Wagner with a base hit. His first of the game. And now there's runners at the corner with 2 outs as they go back to the top of the order in Gianfranco Morello. So back-to-back hits into right field for Welland, and see if they can have some 2-out magic and push another run across. First pitch is outside to Gianfranco Morello. 1 for 4 in this game so far. He had a RBI hit back in the 3rd inning. He's also grounded out twice and struck out. He swings and misses at that pitch. It's low. And the count's even at 1-1. Good production so far in the early going here in this season from the top of the lineup. On opening day, next pitch to Morello is outside. As 4 RBIs have been collected through the first 4 batters in this Jackfish order. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. Runner on the move, and it's bounced in the dirt. Coming home now, and they will score another run. As Sam Cocker crosses the plate on the wild pitch, and it's 8-1 Jackfish. Wagner was moving on the pitch, but it didn't matter as the ball got by Colton Fountain. So the run scores, now another runner out there in scoring position. Wagner standing at second, Morello facing the left-hander Stam. 3-1 on the outside corner. Once again, Morello looked like he wanted to go to first base, didn't get the call. And the count's full at 3-2. Three-two pitch, hit in the air, left field. Roger Keane, almost in his tracks now, backing up, and he makes the catch. And the inning is over. The Jackfish do get a couple across, and now lead at 8-1 as we go to the top of the 9th.
speed and cunningness is officially on display at each and every Welland Jackfish home game. It's called the Dino Dash. Mr. Director of Fun, take it away.
The fun don't stop. Here at the pond, we got blue, we got red. Dino Racer, we go under. Get set. Go. Oh, they're off. Oh, coach is helping him. Coach is helping him. Get some music. It's too quiet here. Look at that. Oh. Wow, let's just take it out there. Look at that.
Okay, so a couple of things I want to announce right here as we get to the ninth inning. No one has claimed the winning 50-50 jackpot. 025-2132. Pick 50-50 ticket number. 025-2132. Please report to the Lions 50-50 table on the concourse. Last four digits, 2132. And tonight's attendance at the pond, give yourselves a hand. 1,145. That's 1145. The Jackfish. Thank you. All the
Chris Bellato finishing off his warm-up tosses as we go to the top of the ninth. Bellato in his third inning of work. He's pitched well so far, not giving up any runs. Struck out the side in the eighth. And he'll get the 6, 7, 8 hitters here in the ninth. Jacob Reed, Roger Keane, and Andrew Gorecki. So the second baseman, Jacob Reed, comes up to start off the visiting half of the ninth. Jackfish leading it 8-1. First pitch, swing and a miss. Bellato gets ahead on a high fastball, as he's been doing his entire outing. He's ahead 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, just misses the outside corner, maybe a bit low as well. The count moves to 1-1. Reed grounded out his last time up to first base, and he bloops one behind the bag. Romanin makes the play. Looked like that ball might have enough on it to get over the head of the third baseman, Romanin, but it went straight back and made the catch on a little Texas leaguer. And that's the first out of the inning. So now Roger Keane comes up, the left fielder. He had a hit his last time up, hit a ball into center field. First pitch, swing and a miss. Looked like that pitch may have been a little bit outside, but he still got the swing. And he's ahead 0-1. Swing and a miss once again. Looked like Keane didn't really want to go after it. A little bit of a check swing on a high fastball. But now Bellato's way ahead in the count at 0-2. He's used the breaking ball effectively. Let's see if he goes with it again here. This time he goes with a fastball. Blew it by him. And there's two gone here in the ninth. So Bellato gets the strikeout. Andrew Gorecki comes up with the last chance to extend this game for Brantford, with the Jackfish leading it 8-1. Bellato in the wind, pitches it fouled straight back. Right above the press box, and Bellato's ahead 0-1. Bellato now has his sign up, 0-1 in the count. Next pitch, fouled away once again, right off the catcher's mask. It got Cocker pretty good, but he seems to be okay. As home plate umpire Dale LeGros goes out, hands the ball to Boato to give Sam Cocker a moment. But Boato's ahead 0-2. Last time he went up 0-2, I thought he was going to go back to the breaking ball, because that seemed to be the pattern he was following, but he crossed everybody up, went with a fastball, and got a swing and miss out of Roger Keane. 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He got him, and the ball game is over. The Jackfish win it 8-1. And Chris Boato picks up the 3-inning save out of the bullpen. Not something you see too much in baseball anymore, but he comes out and picks up the save. The Jackfish scoring 8 runs on RBIs from Morello, Marriott, Romanin. Tyler Dupuis had 2 on a double. Marriott actually had 2 as well. He drove in a run in the 7th inning. And then Sam Cocker with that RBI in the 8th. So the Jackfish take game 1 of the season 8-1. For everyone here at the Welland Jackfish, for producer Brent, I'm Brendan Lang.